Hey, good evening, everybody. I saw a movie recently, and without getting into too many details, there was a dog and a kid, and the dog had suffered some trauma, basically some post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, inside a war. And yes, I think it is possible for animals to get that too. But in this particular scene in the movie, the dog was inside of the cage, and there were fireworks going off. And the fireworks were reminding the dog of the bombs and all the things that he had experienced in the war. And this kid who was taking care of the dog opened the cage and tried to get the dog to come out and go inside the house to kind of get some refuge and comfort. But the dog was so scared that he didn't want to leave the cage. And so the kid, moved by compassion, began to slowly inch his way inside of the cage with the dog and sat down next to the dog. The dog realized that there was at least some safety with the kid inside the cage and came over and laid on top of the kid. And that was just moving to me because I kind of associated that with some experiences that I've had in my own life. I've had countless moments, even to this day, where I felt caged. I felt trapped in a cage, and the door was wide open. Instead of walking out, I stood there basically in fear. And so it got me thinking this evening as I thought about that movie and I thought about fear. And I just want to say thanks to my friend Jessica Light for kind of inspiring this message, along with another friend, Catalina, who took part in that as well. But fear, it's interesting how much we're controlled by fear. And another friend of mine recently told me, as he received a revelation from God, that the opposite of fear is love. And I thought about that for a long time. Why is the opposite of fear love? Well, it's simple, because we can never be all we were meant to be unless we walk out of fear and step into a place where we allow ourselves to be what we were meant to be. Because when we're meant to be, or when we're being the person we're truly meant to be, completely authentic, without any fear of consequences, only then can we truly reach who we were meant to reach. And that, my friends, is how you actually inspire love in others. We cannot do it by fear. It traps us. It keeps us from being the best version of ourselves. If you want to go out there and achieve something, if you want to go out there and make a difference in people's lives, you must be authentic. You must be able to step forward without fear and just completely open up. I can't tell you how much I've lived in fear of just doing these videos. Even in this very moment, I question whether or not I even want to post this anywhere. But I don't care, because I'm going to choose to step out of my fear and step into love, because I believe that there are others out there just like me that are feeling this. It may not be about videos, but maybe it's something else. Whatever it is, I want to challenge you today, and I want to remind you that I love you enough to tell you the truth, that you don't have to live in fear anymore. You can step out and do what it is that you're trying to do. You can be whoever it is that you're trying to be, and you don't have to be afraid. There is a God that loves you, and there is a way. He will make a way when there is no way. So all of you, I just want to remind you, don't live by fear. The opposite of fear is love. Make it happen. Do something amazing, being the amazing person that you are. Have a great night.